Hi guys, I don't know if this is recording. I'm not used to doing this live. I'm on Mr. Handy's phone. I'm not home, obviously, and I'm gonna try to put the phone down. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if this works. Gosh, this is so traumatic. You have no idea. Here I am. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll stand up. It might work. Okay, so I'm not home and I'm in an undisclosed location, okay, and it's not Cheyenne Mountain, obviously. Well, I've just been off air for so long, and look at my hair, I don't care. I've been off air for so long, I just have to talk to you guys. So different things have come up. Tom was with us for a while, which was lovely, but out of a routine. And anyway, and I was on with Tom. He was so lovely to invite me for 3 videos. So I got to do 3 videos with him. Okay, one was with Juan, and that's on Rumble. So look at his latest one on Rumble with Juan. Let's see. And we did one with Judson White. Hi, everybody. Hi, Judson. Hi, Juan. And that was so much fun. And we did one with him, and that was fun too. And Right Side Blonde. And let's see, who else? Oh, and Janine, we got to do one with Janine. It was so awesome. And that should be on YouTube, I think. So, and Tom's going on a video soon, so I can't stay on too long. I don't want to interrupt his video coming on. So, and I don't want anybody to hear me. So if you can't hear me, I'm really sorry, but I can't be any louder. And I'm only on a phone. I don't have my microphone. So, okay. Okay, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? There's so many things to tell you. Ah, my gosh. This is so hard. Just being quick like this. Okay, so where's my turkey talk? Where's my turkey talk? Yeah, okay. No, I'll start with Diana. Okay. Okay, Diana had no children. That's what I'm thinking. You know how we were wondering about Harry and William and all that? And did they, are they just substituted? Well, I think they are substituted, but there's a chance that she had no children. Just bear with me. Okay, this is from a bit, you know how I get comms out of TV shows and movies and things, and I think Tom does too, right? With movies at least. So this is from Midsummer, which is a British murder mystery series that was on for many years. And it's Midsummer, it's Midsomer, and the episode is called The Dark Rider. I'm pretty sure you can just look at it on YouTube. Okay, it talks about how there's no Civil War too. So that's a whole big thing with this episode. So if you think there's a real Civil War going on, it's not happening. So, and we've gotten that through decoding before, right? Okay, so there's a character in this one that happens to be a Diana, and they say Diana all the time. You don't always have to say the character's name. You can just speak, right? But they say it all the time. And okay, I'm just going to read it. It's just easier that way. Yeah, and they had comms about, the poisoning and at the cross and in the Garden of Eden, they took poison and all that stuff, and Jesus didn't die. Well, I will go home and sleep on it. Easy for some, like he didn't really die. I beg your pardon, because they want forgiveness. That this is all in the video, and save yourself from the penury. I think that's how you say that word, penury, that is about to consume you. The bad stuff. I know the big secret in this family, and don't you worry. We are the king's men, and we'll show them. And let's see. Okay, let me see. They were setting me up to humiliate me. So I wonder, did he know he was going to be given that poison? That kind of, that just kind of makes me wonder. Just a thought. The poison that makes him look gone, but he wasn't gone. Let's see, do you want to die right now? All of my staff will know what a farce it turned into. And let's see, being struck dumb from shock or trauma, like the poison. Hasn't said a word in 5 years. There was a 5 and a 5, I'm pretty sure. And if not, 5 is important for comms anyway. Let's see. Where's the one with Diana? I'm getting to Diana. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I've got so many notes here, and I don't have time to look and edit and all that. Let's see. So, Diana. Okay. Barnaby is the detective. He's like the star of the series Midsummer Murders. Okay. So, this guy named Toby. Now, I didn't decode all these names. You guys can do it. Put it in the comments. Toby. They always mean something in this show. He's going to kill me. Pull yourself together. Try to be a man for once. Makes me think of Junior playing woman as Joe, Joseph Patrick, Kennedy Jr., and himself, JFK Jr. Julian was an awful man. Toby is as wet as a flannel. And Barnaby says, you're being somewhat elliptical, like the world shape, right? And we're in a crater. That's my opinion, but everybody doesn't agree. That's perfectly fine, right? And Barnaby says, you were out of the line of succession. You didn't have any children, okay? And Diana says, no, I didn't. And that was the second time. Now, I'm not going to go all the way back because it's brief, but that's the second time she said that. And her name's Diana. Every single thing in these Midsummer Murders is important. I'm not kidding. When you decode the names of the people, and there's a million names, they're always saying, and this one did this and that one did that, near the end of the show, it's extreme. You've got so many names and you're kind of overwhelmed when you watch it. Yeah. So I really think that Diana didn't have any children and that they were either actors or substitutes of some kind. And I'm sure she knew because she knows everything, and maybe she did love them when they were who they were and looked after them, because it did look like love, at least to me. And beyond all this with Diana and the kids, then they say, one goes mad, they all go mad. To me, that's like a referral to the 4 witnesses. Like Juan said, what did he say? Like in Murder on the Orient Express, he said they all did the murder. Remember that? We talked about that before. They all did the murder. Because that's how it ended. That's how Murder on the Orient Express, the book, the movies, that's how they end. They all were after the one person, so he said they all did the murder. And that's what the 4 witnesses did. They all did something bad in the Garden of Eden. And I think they all were involved in the cross episode, having Jesus look like he died, which would be President Kennedy, in my opinion. And I think the one who will be now is Juan Saban, who is like the second Jesus, if you want to look at it that way. So that's what I think is going on. And I think that the reason that they're doing the things they're doing is because they've been in trouble for a very long time, and they're doing what they're told to do. I was talking with Tom on at least one video about that. So please watch Tom's videos, and it's under, not Psych Club like it usually would be, it's under the Tom Numbers Show. And he's got one coming up. Well, by the time you see this uploaded, it'll already be on, but please watch it. So he's got a video coming up on the Tom Numbers Show. So I tried Diana had no children, back to that. And it's 144, like the 144,000. It is truth. It equals the key secret. Name makes sense. The time has come. Decode my birth ID, like her children, birth. Kennedy family. All this is 144. Prince William, 71. And 71, when you are doing the numbers, so that was 71, obviously, is the words 71. But 71, when you put the numbers in, is Diana. So we have all these references to Diana. Prince William is in here at 144. Then we have Watermelon Head, and President Trump said that about Adam Schiff a few rallies ago. So when he talked about Adam Schiff's head, Watermelon Head, it equals Prince William, 71. It is the truth, all the stuff. It equals Diana had no children. Okay, so they're all 144. It equals the Easter Bunny. So maybe it wasn't Junior in the Easter Bunny costume that time on the balcony, July 4th. I can't remember what year. It could have been Diana. Princess Diana in the Easter Bunny suit. Might even have been this year with the Biden, because the Biden, likely, maybe at that moment was Junior. Though I think he's other people too, the Biden. So then I did Princess Diana had no children, so it's a little different. 247. And the best is yet to come, like a President Trump phrase. It equals emergency broadcast message. We will make America great again, which he ends every rally with, we will make America successful again and all. I think he says that. What's the big surprise is 247. Princess Diana had no children, could be, right? Because that's all that equals the same value, 247. Fasten your seatbelts, that's a cue phrase, right? Case of mistaken identity is 247. So what if the kids just, like I said, I look awful. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm embarrassed. But anyway, what if the kids were not her kids? And, okay, let's get ready to rumble. Right, that matches. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? All I want is your blood. That's really creepy, but yeah, that would tell you whether they were her kids, wouldn't it? Let's see. Morning sun brings heat, S-U-N, and that's a cue post. So that matches Princess Diana had no children. And what did I see? What did I see? Oh, I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I'm not going to get into a lot more because I don't want to get, caught out. But let's see. Okay, the one other thing I'd really want to do is President Biden it's Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I don't know if you see this on Thanksgiving, but hi, happy gobble gobble. And so the Biden, who probably was Junior at the time, but who knows, it could have been other guys, jogs over, and he was doing the pardon for the Thanksgiving turkey a day or two ago, and maybe it was longer ago, and it was quite a long video. I mean, it didn't have a lot of airtime, just was empty airtime. It was started right off with him, and he pardons the National Thanksgiving Day turkey ceremony at the White House. It was on the 21st, so it wasn't all that long ago. At 25 seconds, he said, "Hello, Brooklyn Middle School." And that's after he jogged over to a bunch of people. And there was somebody standing there with a white hat on. And "Hello, Brooklyn Middle School" is 231. Let's get it ready to bumble. And that's the name of the video that he puts up about the Biden, at the rallies. And it matches the calm before the storm. And so, of course, it's important, right? It's "Hello, Brooklyn Middle School." That's important because it matches the calm before the storm. And he's another President Trump phrase. It's like central casting. And my people hear my voice, which is what we're doing, you guys, when you think about it. His people hear his voice, okay? And she has a divine brain like God. Going to Diana and Jackie again. Let's see. God's holy wisdom wife matches. You are the news now. So cool, isn't it? All these phrases that we know. God speaks with Gematria, right? God speaks, that matches. So it matches hello, Brooklyn Middle School. And her throne of judgment matches. Let's see. It's also elephant in the room. So when you hear that, that's what you're saying. Let's get ready to bumble. The calm before the storm matches elephant in the room. And it matches Hillary Rodham Clinton. So every time President Trump says that, he's talking about these other things too. So the calm before the storm. So every time he says her full name, he's saying that. Um, and at 35 seconds, the Biden, whoever it was, Junior, whoever, um, he had jogged over, and he had gone over to the group of people with the white hat kind of in the middle. And what he wasn't talking to the white hat guy, but he said, when there's a governor in the room, you got to stand up, and your governor's here. Okay, so he said that. So governor 2 times. Governor is 114, and it equals Pearl Harbor, JFK, JUNIOR, JFK spelled out Junior. So we got that. So every time you hear governor, President Trump thanking a governor at the rallies, things like that, he's saying JFK Jr. Performance, curtain call, activation. Like, you guys have been activated. I think Tom and I were talking about that at some point, either on or off air. And wedding ring. And it makes me think of, well, besides Junior and Diana getting married, and I don't think they're married yet, even though Juan says they are. I've got a feeling they're not yet, but that's so, whatever. We don't have to agree. But wedding ring, ring of fire eclipse is what I'm thinking. A ring of, the corona of the sun would be showing, but the moon that we're on, but anyway, the moon darkens the sun, and it might be a very long time, like it possibly could be the 10 days of darkness. Okay, so governor 114, back to that, equals the beginning. Remember when they were talking, that was a Q post, the beginning. So JFK Jr. So he's there in the beginning of everything, not just Q stuff. He was there. He's part of God. Okay. Saint Michael 114. Then we have First Lady. So that'd be Jackie and Diana, both of them. Be not afraid, just chill. So when we say just chill, we're saying JFK Jr. Isn't that cool? Let's see. And pepperoni matches. I know a lot of you like pepperoni pizza, but it's so funny because Juan talked about pepperoni after a video that I did with him, I think maybe in January or February, one of the first ones I got to do. And he talked about it, I think it was off air, and said that an old man, I wonder who that is, had told him that he gives his dogs pepperoni to kill parasites. So that was like from the old days, and he still did it. Anyway, and he said that's what ivermectin does. And he said anybody who has a cancer diagnosis should be taking ivermectin, just in case you didn't hear that before. And so pepperoni matches. So pepperoni is 114, like we're working on, JFK, and then Junior. Okay. He said, okay, when there's governor in the room, okay, remember that, we're working on that. In the room is 117, that's White Rabbit. I'm sorry. Market crash, probably don't bet on it, but probably this December, maybe not. Leapfrogging. And President Trump said that at the last rally, I think it was. He said something about leapfrogging. So that equals White Rabbit, and that equals Billy the Kid, which is something he talks about. He mentions Billy the Kid and all those gangster guys. It matches Jesus' wife. It matches fall from grace. And I don't think we're not under grace. We're under the law. That's just my opinion, because if Jesus didn't die, we're not under grace. We're under the laws of God. But we will be, because everything will be reconciled when the beast event happens. In the room at 117 also equals angelic woman and Diana Trump. Now, they're not married, I don't think. I'm really pretty sure Diana, and as Melania, is not married to President Trump. But it's just cool that it matches. And he said it's chilly at 50 seconds. It's chilly outside, so I'm going to keep this short. Well, this was like an hour, 40 minutes, So anyway, they're very, very funny. Chilly outside is 162. It equals great solar flash. High priestess, so another woman reference. family reunion and pretty please. So it can be like asking for forgiveness, kind of, in an odd way, but it also refers to pretty or beautiful or things like that. It equals Jacqueline Carter. So he's had a reference to Diana when I did it in the last part, which a second ago, that like it was Diana Trump, but like I said, it's President Trump is not married to her. I think it's Diana and Jackie taking turns playing Melania. And I don't know where I've got it, but that's somewhere on my videos. Um, and now we have Jacqueline Carter. Now she's an actress, granted, but when you see part of a phrase that seems to make sense, I keep track of it. So we've had a reference to Diana and Jackie within a couple of seconds, really. So chilly is 69 because he said it's chilly outside, and that's ho ho ho. Another reference to Christmas, in my opinion. False, flappy thing, false FLAG. Message, checkmate, and who am I, and ghost. So let's see. So then I tried. This is funny. I don't even think I finished with all this, but this is where I ended. So I'm sorry, it's just kind of partly done. I tried Diana pardons the turkey. I thought that'd be a fun way to put it. That's 217, and it equals let's see, at least one cue phrase. No, two cue phrases. Trust Sessions, buckle up, Buttercup, President Joseph Biden. So that's pretty funny because that's who's supposedly talking. Something big is coming. Past life regression, like maybe was Diana or is Diana pardoning the turkey? I wonder. Let's see, married after rapture. So it kind of gives me the feeling, okay, is this another pointer to getting married after all this happens? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't get too far. I didn't get too much farther on that, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna, well, no, I can't ever end. I just can't ever end. It's awful. So this is really odd, but I really do think there's going to be 3 false alarms, like EAS or EBS, false alerts. Maybe it's starting the 23rd. I can't remember, but it's if you look up when, let's see, if you look up when Washington was crossing the Delaware a couple of days before, there was like, well, right up to Christmas, there was 3 false alarms for the Hessians in Trenton, New Jersey, and I think that everything is being flipped like a mirror. And what happened Christmas, just before Christmas into Christmas, day after Christmas, is going to happen. Only it will look like we're losing, because Trenton, New Jersey, the battle with George Washington, and the other generals was the first battle that we won. You know, the Americans, whatever, the revolutionaries were losing up to that point. Now, if you flip it, it would look like, okay, there could be 3 false alerts, like we think really bad things are happening, like nuclear stuff. And then it looks like we're losing, but you know, it will be all fake, right? So don't freak out when it looks like we're losing, or or the Biden gives up. And that could be the trigger at some point after for the generals, the military, to look like they've taken over, or maybe right up to that point, like he's going to surrender. Who knows, right? I'm just guessing. And then this is funny, but I listened to old radio broadcasts, and they have comms everything. And you listen to Bob Hope, and he's doing like from the war front, yeah, from the front line kind of thing. And he did his shows, and he always was out at Christmas Eve. And he'd say, "Hi, this is Bob, Christmas Eve Hope," and it's 205. And that equals trumpets sound like warnings, right? Bob, Christmas Eve Hope, tribulation day 1, because it would look like that, right? It would look like that. Let's see, this is funny. crab for Christmas Eve, but we got Christmas Eve in there. Let's see, the last brick of light. So maybe that's even when we have the eclipse, the eclipse I keep thinking about, the long one. You are not dreaming. In other words, I think it's going to happen late at night, probably after midnight, and maybe each one, I don't know. And but it seems like that's what would happen. Um, let's see. Do you hear what I hear? Right? That's Christmas song. Do you hear what I hear? Okay, well, that matches Bob Christmas Eve Hope. So that's another reference to Christmas. And then we have Christmas Nightmare matches. And we have Awaken at 3 o'clock matches. So, like, maybe not three, but you get startled awake and everybody's disoriented. Remember when Junior went down in the plane? Everybody in the news afterwards said he was disoriented. That was the key word that you could find, which I hadn't looked up. Disoriented. If someone would look it up, that would be great. Stick it in the comment area. Let's see. And General George Patton, which I always hear is President Trump's father, but I don't know where it began, that saying or news came from. So I'm not honestly sure about that. That's not something I decoded. I just want you to know I didn't get that. All the stuff I usually give you is stuff I get. And if I'm not the one that gets it, I tell you so you know that it's not for me. Okay, so I think that was it. Oh, and Save the Clock Tower matches. So that's like comms from Back to the Future, which is all important. So save the clock tower. Think about it. Awaken at 3 o'clock a.m. I didn't say a.m. before, sorry. And Christmas Nightmare and Trumpet Sound. All that matches. And then I worked on a lot more from that show, but that was from, let's see, Christmas Eve, 1943. Bob Hope at the Front. So if you want to listen to it, it's just full of comms. Everything. Midsummer Murders. Have fun with it. And Kingdom, that TV show from England, not the other one, but from England. So I hope I know how to turn this off, you guys. I don't even know. What do I do? Okay, bye. I love you. Let's see if it goes off. See ya.